Before I talk about the Codetta technology, I thought I'd talk a little bit about some key aspects or attributes when selecting a protein biomarker assay technology for clinical research and clinical studies. So there are several key attributes that should be considered, starting with sensitivity. So it's important to be able to quantitatively measure the targets of interest in relevant fluids, and in our case, we'll be talking about applications of measuring proteins in serum and plasma. But in order for the biomarker measurements to be useful in supporting clinical research, it's important to be able to measure above baseline levels. Additionally, precision is a key factor to consider. Having confidence in the reproducibility and low variability between samples and longitudinally across the studies are important in successful biomarker studies, as is dynamic range. So especially with multiplex assay analysis, it's important to be able to measure a broad range of endogenous levels of targets of interest at both baseline and elevated or acute levels at a single dilution. So to avoid the need to run multiple dilutions or to run multiple different assays that can affect the reliability, affect the precision and the efficiency of studies. Additionally, multiplexing is becoming an increasingly more relevant and important factor in biomarker studies to allow researchers to profile a broader range of relevant biology and to look at pathways that might have multiple different signaling cascades or require measurement of multiple biomarkers in order to interpret the results or response to therapy or risk in biomarker studies. Additionally, specificity is a key factor, especially when measuring in complex sample matrices like serum or plasma. So when developing and optimizing assays, it's important to ensure that the signals are specific for the targets of interest and that there's control for any matrix effects or matrix interference to ensure that there's low false positive and false negative results. Ease of use is another important factor, especially when considering implementation in clinical research or translational research. You know, the workflow should be simple to minimize the number of pipetting steps or operations. You know, a scalable process and sample prep that's amenable to automation, as well as the data analysis should be simple to interpret, simple to analyze, and flexibility is finally another factor to consider, especially when you think about as discoveries are made from new biomarkers or new insights are made. It's often important to be able to add biomarkers of interest to multiplex panels or replace with new targets of interest, and to do that with an approach that doesn't change the way that the assays respond and requires minimal re-optimization or revalidation. So at Codetta Bio, we're developing a technology that leverages three key pillars of sensitivity. So leveraging the precision and sensitivity of digital PCR, combined with the broad dynamic range of quantitative PCR, and adding an important innovation that Codetta has developed, which we refer to as noise canceling, which enables multiplex assays with high specificity.